Hey loves, it's your girl DeeDee and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So I am back with another video for you guys. Actor Michael Rainey Jr. is speaking out after a video appeared to show he was essayed on a live stream. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip of the video so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Everybody in here has worked a job, has more than $1 million. Y'all have never worked, y'all never did nothing. Y'all literally have 5 minutes of max in here. Then y'all gotta get out, okay?
5 minutes? You know how much 5 minutes is?
Okay?
Yeah.
They've never worked. You gotta think. They've never worked a job, but they go play with us. Yo, anybody need water? Anybody need water? No, we good, bro.
Yo, paper towels for them.
Paper towels.
Shut the f up. I'm playing with you.
All right, so that's the video. What do you guys think about this? You could clearly see that he was uncomfortable in this video. He actually spoke out after this happened. He said that he is still in shock by this, you know, and I know some people in general will say, oh, why are you in shock? She just grabbed you. Isn't that something that you should be happy about or pleased with? And I think that is the problem when this happens to young men or men in general, is because it's expected for men to be okay with it. It's expected for men to not have an issue with somebody violating their bodies, just thinking that it's okay because, oh, men like women, men like sex, so if somebody touches them inappropriately or does something to them in that manner, it should be acceptable, when it's not. He said that he's still in shock and doesn't fully know how to process what happened last night. The incident occurred on a stream broadcast by Tylil James on the live video platform Twitch, and he has more than 100,000 followers there. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. Assault is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all human and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. That's his response to all of this. I think this is horrible. And this just shows you the difference between when something like this occurs to a man versus a woman. We know good and darn well that if a man had grabbed a woman's crotch, that it would be all hell would break loose. Everybody would be saying how sad this is and how ashamed this is and how there needs to be consequences. But when it comes to a man, it's not looked at quite the same way, and it doesn't get the same scrutiny as it would if it was a woman. And I think anytime anybody violates you in any way, it should be taken seriously. This woman had no right to walk up on this man and touch this man's private parts in no way. That's his personal space. Assault is assault. It doesn't matter the race or the gender. It matters on the person committing the act. You could tell he was uncomfortable. The young woman who did this, she probably didn't see anything wrong with it. She didn't care that children were there. She didn't care what was happening. And the woman in this video is the streamer's sister, Tai. That's his sister. He actually spoke out about this because I don't even think he knew what happened when it happened, but I think others around were watching and kind of saw. Some of them did see what was going on. Women need to be held accountable for doing things like this as well. The guy, James, he did apologize in an Instagram story. James apologized to Rainey and said the woman who seemingly groped him is his sister. He said, my little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I agree. And I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. Well, he said he'll basically take extreme precautions to prevent any of this happening in his future streams. He has banned his sister from participating, and he says he do not condone any type of assault in any way. Now, the thing about this is they're saying rapper 50 Cent, the co-producer of the Power franchise, took to Instagram this week to comment on the alleged assault, appearing to downplay what happened in a since deleted post. This brings on another set of issues because there are some men who look at this and downplay this and make it seem like, oh man, you a man, like you a G, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you got a woman doing this. Oh, now what you gonna do? You know, like they should ignore that because they're men and because men like the opposite sex. And if a woman is coming on to you strong like that, you should, you know, respond or, you know, proceed with some type of action. Like, if she's grabbing you, go ahead and break her off, see what she's trying to do. And that's the approach that a lot of men take. And I've seen situations like that where men are looked at as punks, or they're looked at as weak, or they're looked at as lame if they don't respond back in a sexual manner toward that woman, you know, touching on them or approaching them in that way. That's a part of the problem as well. You got to stop minimizing the effect of women doing this to men. This is why women feel comfortable doing it, because they don't see anything wrong with it. And if most men are clowning the men for having a problem with it, this is why these types of crimes go unreported or underreported, because men don't feel comfortable reporting it because they're going to be looked at in a lame way. I'm going to play another video of someone responding to this. I want to get your take on this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video. Here we go.
I know y'all ain't gonna like what I gotta say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Michael J. Rainey was assaulted, and since everyone's so morally astute, since all of these lawsuits of misconduct has been coming out, keep the same energy. It's not weird because she did it in front of children. It's weird because she did it, period. Not only was she in a room full of children, she was in a room full of people she was related to. That's just weird. She shouldn't have touched him without his consent. However, we've seen this more than one time. We've seen it with Kevin Gates. We've seen it with DeeDee. And their reaction was actually warranted because those men have been known to be associated with violence and trauma. The problem is a lot of women feel like that men will sleep with anything, and they also feel like men automatically want to have sex with them and they cannot be rejected. So with this mentality, they believe that men are automatically consenting to inappropriate sexual gestures and maneuvers put onto them by women, when in reality you absolutely can make a man feel uncomfortable, and he doesn't have to backhand you for you to know that you have made him feel uncomfortable. But it's quite funny that you guys understand what that discomfort look like only when it comes to women. You can read body language, don't be conditional about it. My issue will always be y'all don't keep the same energy across the board. If you're gonna apply it. Don't educate simply for the masses when it comes to women and girls, because these young boys are being in these same precarious situations. And if a lot of these men start talking about how y'all be acting bougie in the line in the club until y'all get in the inside and trying to get in their section, a lot of y'all will be real quiet when it comes to assault and misconduct. Just keep the same energy.
All right, so what do you guys think about what she had to say? Listen, I agree with what she's saying 100%. This is definitely something we have to really focus on. You know, I have sons and I have daughters, and I definitely don't want a woman just walking up to my son and just, you know, assaulting him or touching him inappropriately, doing anything to him. He has a right to defend himself. He has a right to report her. Don't be afraid to report this. I don't give a damn what nobody says. Men have to start reporting these types of things. The same way women report these types of crimes or assaults, men need to do it as well. What's your thoughts on this? You know, what would you tell your sons in this situation to do? What would you tell them to do? And I think in this particular video, the guy handled it pretty well, but you could tell he was uncomfortable. He didn't know what to do. He couldn't respond. I mean, he didn't respond. This is a live stream. What are you gonna do? You know, if he retaliates, is he gonna be a problem? And it's not gonna be focused on what was happening to him, because a lot of people don't look at it the same way when it comes to a man. They only see how detrimental it is when a man is committing that crime or act towards a woman, but towards a man from a woman, it's not looked at the same. So listen, y'all chime in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you chime in. I want to hear your thoughts on this one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.